bags packed in the trunk, GPS locked on east. Leaving the noise, the pressure to grind behind for a minute. Just need to be around people who get it. No explanations needed at the turnpike. Hit the turnpike. Yeah. Crossing past the state line, watching green turn to gray, leaving every single phantom from my ordinary day. Headlights cutting through the mist along the concrete track. Two hands on the wheel, ain't nobody looking back. We've been carrying a weight that the locals never see, chasing down a vision of the people we could be. Burned out from the fake smiles, tired of the strain, driving out to Jersey just to outrun the rain. Toll booths clicking, skyline coming into view, heading to a porch with a familiar crew. The only circle where we don't have to put on a mask, where nobody hits us with a heavy-handed task. They know the late nights, they know the quiet grind, they know the kind of battles that we fight inside the mind. Rolling down the window, let the cool air in, finally feel the tension peeling off my skin. Off to New Jersey we go, cutting through the night, chasing down the haven in the dashboard light. To see the only friends who understand our life, the ones who know the struggle and the daily kind of strife. Yeah, pull up in the driveway, leave the world outside, safe inside a circle where we don't have to hide. Off to New Jersey, let the highway roll, finding a little medicine to heal the heavy soul. Yeah. Walk right through the front door, kicks off by the rug, greeting everybody with a real solid hug. Sitting on the couch, talking tracks and the stress, unpacking all the clutter that is living in the chest. No judgment in the room, strictly mutual respect. Every conversation has a healing side effect, laughing at the old times, planning out the new, surrounded by the real ones, solid and true. We talk about the burnout, we talk about the scars, looking at the future underneath the Jersey stars. It's rare when you find folks who operate the same, who see beyond the hustle and the surface of the game. We're charging up the battery, grinding out the core, remembering the reasons what we're doing all this for. A temporary shelter from the madness on the road, a couple days of family to drop the heavy load. Engine cooling down, laughter in the kitchen, no pretenses, just good company. Safe in Jersey. Look at the skyline getting smaller behind us, all that static, all that pressure, we're out of range now. Take a deep breath, just let it go. Yeah. Mile marker 52, watching all the tension drop, leaving every expectation back at the last stop. Phones on silent, sitting on the passenger seat, drifting far away from all the noise on the street. Back there, every breath felt heavy and tight, tied to a routine, fighting for a little light. Now the open air is hitting right against my face, trading all the chaos for a wider open space. Look over at you and I finally see a real smile. Haven't seen that look on your face in a long while. No expectations, no deadlines to meet, just two lost souls tapping rhythms to the beat. It's crazy how it changes, zip code changes up the mind, leaving every shadow miles behind. The further that we drive, the lighter that we feel, like we finally found a moment that's entirely real. Feeling so free when we're miles away, running out the clock on an ordinary day. No ghosts in the corners, no weight on the chest, finally found a shelter where the spirit can rest. Yeah, out on the highway, nothing in between, living in the spaces that we only ever dream. Feeling so free when the city fades out, silence and the whispers and the lingering doubt. We built our own prison out of four solid walls, answering to everybody every time they call. Now we're off the radar, swimming in the open breeze, drifting down the highway, putting troubled minds at ease. You don't gotta carry every burden from the past, moments like this are the ones we gotta make last. Sun sinking low, painting purple on the dash, watching all the worries turn to cinder into ash. No judgment out here, nobody to impress, unpacking all the clutter and the suffocating stress. Two hands on the wheel, but my soul is letting go, gliding on the asphalt, smooth and slow. Maybe home ain't a building or a place on the map, maybe it's the freedom of escape in the trap. Just you, just me, and the road running wide, side, keep the pedal down. Don't turn back around, nothing but open sky ahead, pure silence, pure freedom. People look at us from the outside and only see the chair. They don't see the silent strength it takes just to wake up there. They don't know the quiet moments when the world is fast asleep, and the promises we made are the ones we get to keep. Morning sun creeping through the curtains on the glass. First thing on my mind is making sure your day is passed with a little bit of comfort, a little bit of ease. Adjusting out the pillows, getting right up on my knees. They call me a caregiver like it's just a job title, like our life is a clinical and sterile little cycle. They don't see the girlfriend holding tight through the night, kissing you awake and making sure the blanket's right. You're trapped in a body that won't answer to your will, stuck inside a chair while the rest of time stands still. And I'm standing right beside you, fighting off the weight, carrying the battles that we didn't create. Sometimes you get frustrated, looking at your hands, wishing you could walk across the unfamiliar lands. And I hold your face and I tell you with a tear, you don't gotta walk, babe, I'm already here. You're the man that I love, not the chair that you're in. We're fighting every battle underneath the single skin. Yeah, the world calls me caregiver, but you call me your own. Together we're a fortress, never standing all alone. They see the limitation, but they miss the whole design. Two souls interwoven in a love that's half divine. Yeah, navigating life with a heavy-duty load, walking right beside you down a challenging road. People talk real quiet when they roll shoulders down the street, pity in their eyes when their glances happen to me. They don't know the brilliant mind that's hiding in your chest, or the way you make me laugh when I'm under stress. You give me all your heart while I give you all my hands, building up an empire out of shifting little sands. It's heavy lifted sometimes, yet my body starts to ache, not from all the labor but the heartbreaks that you take. When the phantom spasms hit and you're hurting in the dark, I'm rubbing down your shoulders just to find a little spark, adjusting every angle, making sure you can breathe, whittling up the patience that I never knew I needed. Ain't about obligation, it's about a choice. Listen to the cadence of your comforting voice. You're my partner, you're my anchor, you're my truest friend, standing by your side right up until the very end. Some days are harder than the rest, some days the weight caves in my chest, but then you look at me with those steady eyes, and every heavy shadow simply vanishes and dies. Not a patient and a nurse, not a burden or a curse, just a girlfriend and her man, doing everything we can, stronger than the frame. Stronger than the frame. Staring out the window again, drifting away from where I'm standing. Reality's too loud, man, I'd rather stay up here. Teacher talking room is fading, mine is taking flight, building whole new worlds inside the middle of the light, staring at the chalkboard, but I'm light years away. Designing a dimension where the gray turns to day. I escape through the cracks of a quiet afternoon, floating past the atmosphere, landed on the moon. Down here it's heavy, got a weight on my chest, but up in my head I can finally rest. Trace imaginary lines on the wooden desk surface, searching for a feeling or a reason or a purpose. People call it distraction, call it wasted time, but daydreaming is the only way I keep my mind where the pain doesn't touch me and the dark doesn't stay. I construct a little paradise and hide it away. Every second I'm awake feels like walking in a blur, chasing after memories of things that never were. Catch me daydreaming, floating off the ground, lost inside a world where I'm never gonna drown. I don't wanna wake up, don't pull me to the floor, cause the real life hurts a little too much more. Yeah, I'm living in my head, floating in the haze, counting up the hours, passing through the days. Halfway to the clouds, safe inside the seam. Don't wake me up, let me stay inside the dream. Clock ticking slow, tick-tock on the wall, waiting for the quiet or the shadows to fall. I can be a hero, I can be someone strong, in a place where I actually feel like I belong. No anxious thoughts running circles in my brain, no hiding from the pressure, no carrying the pain. Just in the skies and the quiet blue sea, a version of the world that was tailored for me. But the bell rings loud and it snaps the thread, pulling me back to the things that were said. Gravity hits hard, landing with the crash, watching all my castles turn right back into ash. So I count down the minutes till I slide back in, close my eyes tight, let the fantasy begin. It's a temporary bandage on a heart that's bruised, the only safe place that I ever get to use. Just let me stay here, far away from the noise, far away from the cold, lost in a daydream. Blowing on the dusty gray car just to play red and VHS tapes for a Saturday. Dial a connection with the static on the line, rewinding every cassette tape back in time. Saturday morning cartoons with the cereal bowl, living in the decade that was heavy on soul. Frosted tips, baggy jeans kicking down the street, pager on the hip, syncopated to the beat. Stereo boombox blasting on the porch, pass the torch to the era where we held the flame. Simpler times, real minds playing in the street, every single memory clicking to the beat. Oh, take me back to the days of the 90s gold, where the stories were rich and the heart was bold. Oh, turn the dial up high, let the memory spin, remembering the places where we used to begin. Yeah, the current is strong and the feeling is right, we're bringing all that nostalgia into the light, into the light. Yep, trading rookie baseball cards down on the block, arcade cabinets running right around the clock. Street lights coming on and it's time to go home, living in the moment before anybody had a phone. Landline rings and your hope is for you, scribbling in the notebook, keeping it true, finger style friction, stepping over the frets, capturing a decade that we'll never forget. High speed delivery, memory intact, moving straight forward but we're taking it back. Listen, growing up in the 90s wasn't just about the pop culture, it was about connection. It was waiting for your favorite song on the radio with a blank tape ready. It was being present, patient, and building real bonds face to face. Hold on to that simplicity, hold on to that heart, and carry that same genuine energy into everything you build today. Pass it to your left, pass it to your right. When we stand together, the whole world's bright. Break through the dark, step into the sun. The journey's wide open and we just begun. Don't take me back to the days of the 90s gold, where the stories were rich and the heart was bold. Oh, turn the dial up high, let the memory spin. Remember Remembering the places where we used to be again. Yeah, the current is strong and the feeling is right. We're bringing all that nostalgia into the light. Into the light. Into the light. Rewind to the 90s. Technical flow. Nostalgic soul. Keep the memories alive. Moving forward today. Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Stepping out the gate with the fire in the core. Kicking down the limit when I'm knocking on the door. Never looking back at the static in the rear. Locking in the focus, making every vision clear. Moving at the speed of a runaway train. Catching every spark, running straight through the brain. Precision on the rhythm, sharp on the stroke. Turning every single heavy shadow into smoke. Building up momentum like an engine on the track. No hesitation, no holding it back. Gotta push the tempo till the speakers start to shake. Making every single heavy-handed barrier break. Oh, we're running on a wave of kinetic resonance. Breaking through the static with undeniable presence. Turn the volume up, let the spark ignite. Blasting all our energy straight into the night. Yeah, the road is clear and the current is strong. We're riding this velocity all night long. Oh, oh, oh. We're riding this velocity all night long. We're riding this velocity all night. Stacking up the cadence with a high-speed flow. Never slowing down when it's time to go. Igniting every second with an electric stride. Taking all the passion that I keep inside. Charge up the room, throw light in the space. Setting up a brand new standard for the pace. Focus on the peak, stay locked on the prize. Seeing all the power right before our eyes. Double up the energy, triple up the drive. Catching every reason just to feel fully alive. Look, speed isn't just about moving fast. It's about clarity. It's about refusing to let hesitation slow down your momentum. When you align your mindset with pure velocity, every obstacle just becomes friction you burn through. Stay focused, stay locked in, and never let anybody tell you to slow down your drive. To your right, when we stand together the whole world's bright. Break through the ceiling, step into the sun. The journey's wide open and we just begun. Oh, we're running on a wave of kinetic resonance. Breaking through the static with undeniable presence. Turn the volume up, let it spark ignite. Blasting all our energy straight into the night. Yeah, the road is clear and the current is strong. We're riding this velocity all night long. Oh, oh, oh. We're riding this velocity all night long. Oh, 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 oh. Kinetic resonance, maximum speed, never slowing down. Push forward today. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Staring at the ceiling with the blueprint hidden in the vision. Every single calculation drafted with the sharp precision. They tell me keep the feet upon the pavement, never look above, but I am aiming for the stratosphere. Pushing past the push and shove, manifesting magnitude, a completely different latitude. Elevating higher with the gratitude and attitude. A coaster renegade, I'm cutting through the barricade to build a legacy that never ever ever gonna fade. Syllables are charging like a locomotive on the track. When you're chasing giant dreams, there isn't any turning back. Gotta outwork the doubt, gotta shout the vision now. Show them what a heavy set internal fire is about. Technical alignment of the passion and the pedigree. I'm carving out a kingdom out of nothing but a remedy. A rapid fire cadence, yeah, I'm breaking through the ceiling now. And turning every limitation to a distant feeling now. Eyes on the horizon, the pressure is rising. We're chasing a future that we're realizing. Wood in the wire, the rapid fire spark. We're leaving a footprint and making a mark. Dreaming in concrete, building it high. Watch the momentum collide with the sky. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They wanna keep it like it's criminal, but my ambition's physical, subliminal and clinical. I see the architecture of the life I'm gonna execute. And every single doubter in the room is getting destitute. Unrelenting velocity of focus with ferocity, turning an anomaly into a real commodity. I'm a master of the strategy, avoiding every tragedy and filling up the canvas with the structural majesty. Hear the snap of the string, hear the vocabulary ring. It's a beautiful way when you're conquering everything, from the dust of the floor to the ultimate pinnacle. I'm keeping the integrity, avoiding the cynical. Double time delivery, I'm pushing through the friction now, turning all the fantasy into a solid fiction now. Look at the dexterity, the structural severity. The dream is getting closer with an absolute clarity. Eyes on the horizon, the pressure is rising. We're chasing the future that we're realizing. Wood in the wire, the rapid fire spark. We're leaving a footprint and making a mark. Dreaming in concrete, building it high. Watch the momentum collide with the sky. With the sky. See it clear, build it real. Skyline, blueprint, nothing out of reach. Yeah. Na, 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 na. Yeah. Unclench the fist, scratch the name right off of the list. Clearing out the heavy fog and cutting through the silver mist. Holding on to history is nothing but a heavy chain. Anchor in the mud that's keeping every muscle in a strain. Syllable velocity, I'm cutting down the animosity, releasing all the weight of an internal reciprocity. They wanna keep me tethered to the trauma of a past mistake, but I am snapping every single string that I can break. Look at the acceleration, mental emancipation, dropping all the baggage at the station of the nation. I don't need the validation, don't require the apology. I'm rewriting the patterns of my personal psychology. Fast lane, past pain, washing out the blood stain. Standing in the center of a self-inflicted downpour rain, letting go of everything that isn't helping me to grow. Watch the rapid fire cadence start to set the whole stage aglow. Drop the weight, close the gate, we don't complicate the fate, leaving all the heavy luggage standing at the border state. Wood in the wire, the freedom is higher, burning up the tethers in the rapid fire. Let it fall, clear it all, standing independent tall, answering a different and a brand new cosmic call. Rearview mirror staring, no more of the daily bearing of a burden that belongs to someone else who isn't caring. Technical precision as I make the surgical incision, separating what I was from what is living in the vision. It's a beautiful departure, moving faster than an archer, shooting arrows at the sun and getting mentally much larger. Every ounce of resentment is a poison in the well, so I'm emptying the bucket and I'm breaking through the shell. Hear the percussive slap upon the timber as I shift gears, wiping out the history and shedding all the old fears. Double time delivery, a lyrical delivery, leaving all the shadows of the past completely shivery. I am free of the friction, free of the restriction, living out a life without a sorrowful addiction to the things I cannot change, expanding out the entire range, turning the familiar pain into something completely strange. Drop the weight, close the gate, we don't complicate the fate, leaving all the heavy luggage standing at the border state. Wood in the wire, the freedom is higher, burning up the tethers in a rapid fire. Let it fall, clear it all, standing independent tall, answering a different and a brand new cosmic call. Cosmic call. Open hands, empty pockets, clean slate, severing tether, walk away.